Hey guys, welcome back to another Le Kazoo video. Today I want to be showcasing sort of my first experience using a proper game engine. I've seen, I haven't seen anything yet, but there's probably some trolls in the comments thinking like, oh, this guy's whole thing is about how he's going to make a hit game, he's a game dev, and yet he's done no coding, he's done no, game engine experience. Now you'll see this code here. I typed it, but I didn't make it. I followed the tutorial. That's all this is. But I do have coding experience in the Vault. I can show you guys sometime. Just not right now. And so my first experience. So you guys are trolls, probably thinking like, oh, this guy, he's talking about making a hit game, but he's never making a game. Well, guess what? I'm on Gamemaker. That's about as making game as you can get. So I'm going to talk about my first experience on Gamemaker. And yeah, so first of all, I tried to download Gamemaker initially years ago on my mom's computer, but it wouldn't run because the computer just wasn't strong enough anymore. It wasn't very strong to begin with. It was an i3 computer. So I wasn't able to run it. I also tried doing Unity and it wouldn't run as well. It actually wouldn't even download because our Wi-Fi just wasn't very good. Like, you couldn't properly download anything. So like, if you wanted to upload a 5-minute YouTube video, there's times where it could take like 4 hours. But that's besides the point. Right now, so basically I downloaded the Gamemaker, and I booted up the software, and obviously on the website, I didn't know where to start. You have all this stuff going on here. I didn't know what any of this stuff was, right? Like, what was all this? Like, I was used to, I did some stuff on code.org, and it was just the code, and like the blocks and stuff. It was that simple. But now there's like all this stuff, and it's like, what is going on? Like, can we just stick to block coding, you know what I'm saying? So apparently, maybe there is like a block coding feature in this. It's like called GML Visual, so maybe we consider doing that. But yeah, the first thing I did, obviously you gotta see where to start. So there's tutorials, and on the Gamemaker homepage, there were tutorials, and the first one that showed up was this Indian guy. I think it said like, make your first game in 30 minutes or something. That was not accurate at all. This takes significantly longer than 30 minutes or whatever it said. I've been working on this for a few months now. Is that an exaggeration? I think it's been a few months. But listen, there's a reason for this. So I had a file, my first file was this. But this, I was gonna say my computer, but it's not my computer. I'm borrowing this. I don't have my own computer right now. Well, technically I will, but I haven't got all that set up yet. Anyways, so I had my first file, and I was just following this guy's code. I didn't really understand what he was saying. Like, he was talking about array and obj, NME. Like, I didn't understand what any of this stuff meant. I was just listening. Like, I would see all this code, like KB. Like, what is that? Like, tile map. Like, tile col. Like, what is going on here? Instance. What do you mean instance? Instant ramen? Like, alarm. Like, buddy, I didn't know I was waking up for school. What is this alarm stuff? You know what I mean? Like, image blend, instance destroy. Like, how do you destroy an instance? Like, an instance happens, and you know what I'm saying? Like, sign. Like, what is this? Sign. X minus other dot X. Like, what does this stuff mean? Like, I'm just listening to him do this, so I'm following along, because, I'm saying, like, you don't want to just, like, at first I had an issue of just, like, sitting there, like, trying to understand, but I was spending a lot of time just sitting there, and nothing was happening. So I guess I figured, like, okay, I should at least just start doing something, right? But, like, I don't think whore. Like, what are we talking about whores here? Like, what does this mean? And I was thinking maybe it's a variable, but the variables are, like, orange? No, they're purple, right? But anyways, back to here. So I downloaded a little starter pack thing. In my first file, I'll probably put it up on screen. My computer shut down when I was in the middle of working on it, and I lost everything. Everything. The file was still there, but I'd click it and it wouldn't open. I'll probably put it up on screen, but it was corrupted. The file got corrupted. So I can't really do anything about that right now. You know, and it's kind of scary. Like, what if one of my projects here that I'm working on ends up same thing happening and I can't access it anymore? Like, imagine like all those big games. Like, imagine if Undertale, Toby Fox made the entire game and then boop, computer shuts down, and you try to get into the file and it's corrupted. And I couldn't find any like feedback online of how to deal with that. So, or how to recover the file. So, you know, like, it's pretty scary stuff, man. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty terrifying. You could just lose years worth of work on a game in an instant just because of a software issue, and that's the scary part, you know. And back here,
PG, we made a player object that moves and animates.
Exactly. So, and obviously, the other thing is like, I follow the code, and sometimes it's like, I follow the code, and then it doesn't work. Like, I'll put something in, it doesn't run. Error. Diagnostics. Compile errors. And it's like, what's going on? And it's like the interface, you gotta like learn how to debug stuff. So, yeah, it gets confusing. You press the play button, it doesn't work. You kind of have to track stuff down. Like, you gotta like pay attention to the error message that comes up. You can't just like try to ram into it over and over again. That's something I learned. You know, sometimes like you're missing this mark, or maybe you're missing a comma, or you have an extra comma or whatever. So that's something I learned. And another thing is this debug mode right here. This little insect. It'll give you a little more feedback in terms of what to do and how to do it, which I didn't initially do. I was just pressing the play button and I was like, what's going on? I don't understand. So that's how to deal with that. See, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm obviously picking stuff up here, getting better here. But yeah. But I'm obviously speaking in past tense right now. My first experience, I didn't know any of this stuff. I didn't know how to debug. I didn't know what I was doing. And I'll probably explain more of this in a future video. But yeah, I mean, is that kind of it? I think so. I'll keep you guys updated. Obviously, I'm having all these syntax issues. So maybe we go to block coding. Maybe we go to Scratch first and try to figure it out while we get the programming skills up. But
It's an enemies that move around it.
Exactly. So obviously, I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna show you guys. I'll keep you guys updated with more Gamemaker stuff. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I haven't got fully understood of the debugging stuff. Like, I didn't fully understand it. But I will update you guys when it's more fully refined. Because obviously, there's the debug mode and stuff like that, which I believe this is called. But I haven't fully, because it says debug, but I haven't fully like studied. I haven't like fully informationed it, so to speak. So I'll let you guys know sort of updates on that, as well as, you know, just debugging in general, and as well as figuring out how to use the interface here. Obviously, you know, this is not a roadblock. It's just a natural process of learning stuff. We're still going to be making a hit game. This is just part of that process, you know. Progress takes time, you guys. You can't expect to be great at stuff or even perfect at stuff, you know, just off rip, you know. It takes time to really build skills, and you just have to be patient sometimes. But while at the same time being patient, you also have to get at it and understand your flaws and recognize when you have to figure stuff out and how to figure stuff out. And sometimes no matter how hard you try, you can't figure stuff out, and you kind of just have to try to move past it a little bit. And, you know, sometimes it's a little bit disheartening. Like, I have times I'm just kind of sitting there like, is this really for me? But at the end of the day, those negative thoughts, they don't help you. They don't serve a purpose. You know, you gotta believe in yourself. You have to have faith in yourself. You have to have faith in the unknown. You can choose to be fearful of it, or you can choose to have faith in the unknown. And at the end of the day, like, obviously I'm feeling good right now, but to be honest, I have a lot of heavy mood swings. There's a lot of times where I feel very sort of depressed, down on myself. But you have to understand that those are just moments. They don't last, and it's really hard to understand that when you're going through it. But they're moments, and you have to let them pass. You can't let those moments cloud your judgment. And a lot of times you can even manually sort of push past those negative moments through doing stuff that matters to you, doing stuff to sort of get your body going, get your mind going, and get your social life going, spend time with people you care about, or even animals, pets, for that matter. So very important stuff to keep in mind. Like, people are going to get all into like the technical stuff of like coding and game design and all that, but the mental aspect is also very, very important. You have to keep that intact, and obviously it's something that I still have to work on. I'm well aware there's a lot of flaws mentally that I do have, and I feel like this is a step in the right direction, and I just wanted to document that a little bit. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little introduction I have to Gamemaker, and I'll keep you guys updated on future Gamemaker stuff, future programming stuff, as well as I think I'll get into some Scratch projects as well. I have Scratch experience in the Vault, I have programming experience in the Vault, and I obviously upload those videos. The videos aren't in the Vault yet, but I have video production skills in the Vault. But I think, I don't know, I don't have a screen recording software set up on this computer. I'm not able to download it, actually, for that matter, because my dad has restrictions on this computer. It's not mine, and I'm not able to download stuff on here. Even trying to get this downloaded, Gamemaker, was really difficult. It wasn't super difficult, but it was a bit tedious and annoying, because my dad is very, let's say very paranoid about security stuff. And he was asking me, like, oh, is the creator like Chinese, Russian, or who's the producer? And I show him producer, and he's like, oh, who's the founder, who's the producer? I don't know. But the point is, it's okay, because we got it downloaded, and once we get our own computer, it'll be all good. So that's it for now. See ya.